JAM Media covers the entire Caucasus, and what's more, covers it in all the major languages of the Caucasus. What are the biggest challenges for independent media in the Caucasus right now?
First, it's that money comes to the independent media from either government sources or some financial group or political group. So really no independent media in the Caucasus, but at least not so many of them. When we are talking about televisions, I would say that no independent televisions, including in Georgia. When we are talking about online media, then it's easier because online media mainly is supported by some international foundations or some Western governments. And so in this case, it still can be, like JAMnews, can claim that it is independent, not dependent on local money. But the rest of it, it's the main problem. Money can come only from the people that would then claim that they have to control the media because they provided money. Another issue is that journalists working in media outlets working in the Caucasus, they are not interested in the life of the neighbors. So the Caucasus is so much divided. Media in Armenia is interested in the events in Armenia only, and knowing nothing or providing some stereotypes or lies or just bullshit from other places of the Caucasus. The same with media in Georgia or in Azerbaijan, in any other places. It's a big problem. No connections, no willing to connect somehow to the neighbors.
Mm-hmm. And what is JAMnews doing to change the way journalism is done in the Caucasus?
First of all, we would like to change the ways people get information. And so, first of all, it means fact-checking. Fact-checking everything what we publish, we fact-check first, because there are a lot of lies in the divided by wars, by conflicts, by ethnic stereotypes, by many, many other divides the Caucasus. It's one of them. Another, we are trying to provide equal information from all the parts of the Caucasus. And now it's actually, I would say, the only or maybe like just few media outlets in the Caucasus that you can go to the website and you get information about not only fully recognized countries like Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, but also on disputed regions like Abkhazia, South Ossetia, and Nagorno-Karabakh.
JAMnews publishes in all the major languages of the region and brings together a staff from all the different parts of the Caucasus. But as you just said, the Caucasus is very divided. How do you get people, say, from Armenia and Azerbaijan, countries which are basically at war with one another, to work together in one news service? How do you get Georgians and Abkhaz, for example, to work together? What are the challenges there?
Just challenge from the beginning to the end, just big entire challenge. So it's like several offices working in each of the parts of the Caucasus. So we have editors working for us in each of those regions that I mentioned, countries and places. So when it's professionally reported, it never is somehow controlled by the main office of JAMnews. It means that people in all the places, they get a platform where they can share how they see the events, who they are, what the people are living there, what opinions they have. And so each of the communities in the Caucasus, they finally get that platform on JAMnews. And many are happy with it because they have an opportunity to speak and also to learn about what in reality is happening in those places that are absolutely terra incognita for many living in those divided places. So I think that though we get a lot of very negative response and critics from our readers or our viewers, but we get more and more attention because in general, people would love to know what exactly is happening and would love to share what exactly they are thinking, not just other thinking they are thinking, but what they are really thinking.
Do you think there's a lesson in JAMnews' experience for example, for Ukrainian independent media or independent media really anywhere that are trying to cross divides of armed conflict or simply historical grievances? What do you think?
You mean, can it like share experience or be useful?
Is there something other media can learn from JAM's experience?
I think it can, because it's very difficult for our team work together, because it's several editors who represent different societies, different ideologies, who have different opinions, opposite opinions, and they still believe that information will change the world. Because exchanging of information, of opinions, it helps to understand, and understanding leads to some maybe like resolution of conflict or of attitudes. So I think that definitely when there is conversation, open, honest, and respectful from people to each other, it helps. And I think that this experience of JAMnews can be absolutely obviously useful for Ukrainian media as well.
Recently, there has been a series of arrests of LGBT people in Azerbaijan, and specifically gay men and transgender women. Why do you think the authorities in Azerbaijan are targeting the LGBT community now?
Many people there and experts and journalists, they say that it's not so much connected to gay people in Azerbaijan. But there was recently published an investigation into money laundering by Azerbaijani government and with support of the European governments and some politicians. You probably heard about it.
Of course.
So it was like huge news. So many now in Azerbaijan say, at least there are speculation on it, that it's one of the moves of the Azerbaijani government just to move attention from that story to the new story. And gay stories, it's always unites the nation, unfortunately, in any society in the Caucasus, not only in Azerbaijan. It's a perfect case, I would say, to bring everybody together in their hate or like inappropriate attention to the issue. So it's one of the explanations, because definitely the issue of homosexualism or gay, it's not new for Azerbaijan.
In April, Russia's independent Novaya Gazeta newspaper uncovered basically a rather frightening story about the detention, torture, and even killing of gay men in Chechnya, a very, probably the most authoritarian region of Russia. And since then, we have this crackdown in Azerbaijan. This past week, there was actually a crackdown in Egypt against gay men, which apparently is the largest since 2001. After the Novaya Gazeta story came out, there was a global outcry over this, and there was a lot of anger, not just in Russia, everywhere. But very little could be done except to maybe help evacuate the victims of this Chechen crackdown from Russia. Do you think that maybe the fact that the actions of the Chechen authorities and basically the impunity there maybe made it acceptable to crack down against gays in other countries?
Maybe, yes, of course. I wouldn't say that it's like not possible. It was not like a part of the events, but I wouldn't say so that it led somehow to the events in Azerbaijan, because the problem in Azerbaijan, as in any country in the Caucasus, is that society supports the government and their ideas against gay people. In general, of course, not the entire society. But the move by Azerbaijani government, there was outcry only from few people, from few human rights activists or from some journalists, from some educated people, but just some. It's so minority in the society that was against the move. So I would not say that it was like, if you mean that the story of Chechnya, that it opens again, the gate, I would not say so. Also, of course, it was like immediately after the events in Chechnya. Maybe it is somehow connected, but I don't see the direct relation.